The opening battle. Avengers Doomsday doesn't start with the Avengers, it starts with a funeral. The film opens not on Earth 616, not on Sam Wilson, not on Doctor Doom. It opens on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe. His world, his city. Deadpool and Wolverine arrive carrying a planet-killer bomb built by Beast, the same Beast who examined Monica Rambeau at the end of the Marvels. The mission? It's grim. Two worlds are on a collision course. One has to be destroyed to save the other, and Tobey's Earth lost the coin flip. Spider-Man fights back. He battles Wolverine across a world that's already crumbling, already burning at the edges, already destined to be erased. But Wolverine plants the device. He stays behind when it detonates. Wolverine dies. Tobey's Earth dies. Everyone on it dies. Professor Xavier watches from a distance, silent, sorrowful. He knows that this is what survival looks like in a multiverse that's falling apart. No heroism, not sacrifice, just math. This is the first image Doomsday gives its audience. Not hope, not assembly. A world being erased before the title card even appears. But Tobey survives. He's pulled through a portal at the last second, the sole survivor of his reality, and that matters because he ends up on the side of the heroes. Because Deadpool and Wolverine are gathering a team, and because Doom didn't have to lift a finger to destroy an entire universe. He just had to let the incursions do it for him. The opening battle, guys, it's not about Doom. It's about what Doom is exploiting. A multiverse already tearing itself apart. And Doomsday starts by showing you exactly how bad it already is. But Wolverine dying here isn't the most important death in this movie. Not even close. And when you find out which hero Doom kills on screen, it changes everything you think you know about how this ends. The arrival. So, the Thunderbolts post-credit scene showed the ship entering Earth's orbit. Doomsday shows what happens when it lands. The Fantastic Four across from Earth 828 into Earth 616. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm. But they're not alone on that ship. Doctor Doom is with them. And so, reportedly, is Chris Evans' Steve Rogers, a man who has been living on Earth 828 for a decade, building a life with Peggy Carter, raising a son named Jim, quietly existing in a reality where no one needed him to be Captain America, until Loki arrived and told him his timeline was scheduled to be pruned. The Fantastic Four land in Wakanda. The trailer confirms it. M'Baku and the Thing, they shake hands, two immovable objects finding common ground before the real fight even begins. But the arrival isn't clean. It isn't a welcome. The new Avengers, they saw the ship coming. Yelena, Bucky, Red Guardian, US Agent, Sentry Ghost, and maybe even Bob, they're watching. They're ready. Two rosters, one location, and zero trust. Reed Richards stretches his arm out to physically restrain Sam Wilson at one point in the trailer. That's the tension. The Fantastic Four brings answers, the Avengers bring suspicion. And Doom, the one person who knows exactly why they're all in the same room, stands in the middle of it. This scene sets up Doomsday's central problem. Not a single villain to punch, but a fractured alliance. Heroes from different realities who have every reason to distrust each other, being asked to work together against a threat that they don't fully understand yet. The Fantastic Four didn't come to Earth 616 for a reunion. They came because Doom led them there, and everyone on that ship is exactly where he wants them. And one of the heroes on that ship is going to betray the rest of them. Not a villain, not a variant, someone the audience has trusted for years. Keep that in mind. The incursion. The Avengers go to the X-Men's world, not to negotiate, not to warn them, but because Doom made sure they had no choice. The MCU heroes travel to Earth 10,005, the Fox X-Men universe, and they go there to find allies. But what they find instead is a team that has survived multiple incursions and trusts no one. The X-Men have been here before. They know what it looks like when another universe sends people through the door. It doesn't end well. It never does. So they attack. Doom manipulated both sides. He convinced the Fox X-Men that the MCU heroes were invaders coming to destroy their Earth and save their own. He convinced the MCU heroes that the X-Men were hostile, that Monica Rambeau had been taken hostage, that this universe was the problem. Two teams, both deceived, both fighting for survival. Neither of them knows the war was manufactured. Professor Xavier looks out the window of the X-Mansion. A bright red globe appears in the sky. Fire spreads across the atmosphere. He shields his eyes. He's watching an incursion begin in real time, his world cracking open at the seams. And then Earth's 616's heroes arrive on his doorstep. Earth 10,005. The same universe Monica Rambeau ended up in at the end of the Marvels. The same universe where Beast examined her, where binary exists, where Charles Xavier already knows that parallel realities are real and they are dangerous. These X-Men aren't naive, they're not confused, they're experienced, they're frightened, and they've survived this long by being willing to do terrible things to protect their home. The Avengers think they're stopping an invasion, but they are the invasion. Doom planned it that way, which means every fight that breaks out inside of the X-Mansion, there are several, is a fight Doctor Doom already won before it started, starting with one that nobody saw coming. Shang-Chi versus Gambit. The X-Mansion. Two masters of their craft, fighting for the same reason, because Doom told them they had to. Shang-Chi and Gambit are seen fighting inside the X-Mansion in the CinemaCon trailer, confirmed by multiple attendees. The rings glow orange, Gambit's playing cards pulse with kinetic energy, his staff meets the 10 rings, and neither gives. This is the matchup no one predicted. Not a clash of ideology, apologies, not a rivalry built over years. Two people who have never met, never spoken, never had a reason to fight, thrown at each other by a man in a green mask who engineered the entire situation from 1,000 miles away. Gambit holds back the 10 rings with his powers, and that matters. The 10 rings are ancient, extraterrestrial weapons with no confirmed origin. Weapons that sent a beacon to somewhere or someone that the MCU still hasn't identified. They're not ordinary objects, guys, and Gambit stops them. Fans have noted it, though. Shang-Chi wins in pure hand-to-hand combat. Gambit wins if the fight is decided by power abilities. The trailer suggests the fight is genuinely balanced. Neither hero has an easy answer here, and that's because neither hero should be fighting each other. Shang-Chi is here because he earned his seat at the table, proved himself in 2021, stood with Wong and Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner as Earth's defenders. Gambit is here because his home is dying, and strangers just showed up at the front door. Two warriors, both doing their jobs. Neither of them knows it's a trap. Neither of them knows Doom already won this exchange the moment they threw the first punch. This isn't a rivalry, it's a tragedy, and neither of them knows it yet. But the X-Mansion fight that will actually break the audience, it isn't this one. It's the one happening in the hallway upstairs, and it isn't two different people fighting each other. Yelena versus Mystique. Except, here's the thing, it's not Yelena versus Mystique, it's Yelena versus Yelena, and only one of them is real. Yelena arrives at the X-Mansion armed, ready. She throws her baton at Mystique, and Mystique catches it. Then Mystique shapeshifts. She becomes Yelena. Same face, same posture, same body. Two Yelenas locked in a chokehold. Rebecca Ramjan returns as Mystique for the first time since her brief cameo in X-Men First Class, and she doesn't ease back in. She walks straight into the most psychologically devastating matchup in the film. The trailer confirmed it. Multiple sources confirmed it. An epic Florence Pugh versus Florence Pugh showdown. Yelena is Red Room trained. She's elite. There's no world where a standard opponent walks into a fight with Yelena Belova and wins clean. But Mystique wearing her face, moving nothing like a human, anticipating her own trained instincts from the outside, is not a standard opponent. How do you fight someone who is you? You can't. That's the answer. Mystique doesn't just beat Yelena in this fight, guys. She studies her. Every move Yelena makes becomes intelligence. Every technique becomes a tool. And insiders suggest Mystique uses Yelena's form to infiltrate the Avengers later, to walk through their ranks as one of their own, to gather information and create doubt. The fight has consequences. The chokehold in the trailer is not just spectacle, it's a warning. Yelena leads the new Avengers. She is the spine of that team. And Doom, through Mystique, just got inside. Mystique doesn't just beat Yelena, she becomes her. And that's more dangerous than any punch thrown in that hallway. The heroes then leave the X-Mansion thinking they lost a skirmish, but they don't realize they left with a spy embedded in their ranks. But that betrayal is small to compare to what happens when they finally face Doom directly, because the trailer already showed it, and it involves a weapon that once nearly killed a god. Thor versus Doom. The god of thunder, the god emperor, and it isn't close. Thor narrates the CinemaCon trailer with a warning. He says he has fought enemies and threats that scared him far less than this one. He says all his heroes and friends died. He says everything they sacrificed will mean nothing if they don't stand together. It is the speech of a man who has already seen the worst of it. Then he runs at Doom with Stormbreaker anyway. He throws it. Doom stops it. 2 fingers, no flinching. This is the moment the trailer was built around. Thor descends from the sky, wrapped in lightning. The same Thor who drove the axe into Thanos' chest in Infinity War. The weapon that should have killed him. And Doom stops the full momentum of that swing with 2 fingers, without even moving his feet. Stormbreaker didn't stop Thanos. Nothing stopped Thanos except the snap itself. And Doom just stopped Stormbreaker. Now, the second Doomsday teaser shows Thor praying to Odin. He is going into battle knowing that he may not come back. He's not being dramatic, he's being honest. He has already felt what Doom is capable of. He felt it in his hands when the axe stopped cold. And leaked plot details confirm what the trailer implies. Doom kills Thor at the end of time in front of Loki. The longest arc in the MCU ends at Yggdrasil. Thor brought the weapon that almost killed a god. Doom stopped it with 2 fingers, and that is the movie. But here's what the trailer doesn't show. After Thor's humiliation, the 3 teams finally stop fighting each other. They unite. They form a plan. They march on Doom's kingdom. And for a moment, it actually looks like it might work. What happens in Latveria is the closest the heroes come to winning, which makes what follows so much worse. The heroes finally know the truth, and they go to war. Thor escapes. He tells the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men about Doom's real plan. The deception unravels. The 3 teams stop fighting each other, and they converge on Latveria, Doom's domain, the kingdom he has ruled across realities, and they arrive ready to end this. Thor prays to Odin. Odin sends reinforcements from Valhalla, Latveria. But Doom is not surprised. He was never going to be surprised, because Doom is from the 31st century, a sole survivor whose entire universe was annihilated by incursions. He lost everything. He watched his reality collapse and had to keep breathing anyway. He's not a conqueror who woke up one day and decided to rule. He's a man who lost everything and rebuilt himself into something that will never lose again. Reed Richards and Doom, they present a plan. Massive cannons placed on the remaining Earths designed to permanently separate the parallel realities and end the incursions. The heroes split into teams. They travel to different worlds to place them. It is logical, it is clean, it is exactly the kind of plan that makes sense sense until you realize the person presenting it never needed your help to implement it. The Wakandan angle, it complicates things though. There's Shuri and the Black Panther suit, Namor on his throne on Talokan. The trailer shows a tense standoff between Wakanda and Talokan on the ocean floor, walls of water rising on either side, two kingdoms that nearly went to war in Wakanda forever, forced back into proximity. And then Steve Rogers and Thor locate the TVA. Everyone inside is dead. Loki's heart has been ripped from his chest. Latveria falls, but Doom was never really there. He was already somewhere else. He was already at the end of time. And the hero who was supposed to be holding the multiverse together, the one sitting alone on a throne at the end of existence, Doom already got to him first. What Doom does next is the reason the movie ends on a cliffhanger, and it starts with the one thing no Avenger can fight: the Battle of Yggdrasil. The end of time. Every hero who survived against one man, and he wins. The climax of Avengers Doomsday takes place at Loki's throne at the Tree of Life, the seat Loki has occupied since the season 2 finale, alone, holding every timeline together with his bare hands, maintaining the multiverse at the cost of everything else. Doom comes for the throne. The three teams converge. Avengers, New Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Thor and Loki reunite. Steve Rogers unites them. It is the endgame assembly moment. The circle complete, every surviving hero standing together for the last time. Doom brings in Wanda Maximoff. He brings Magneto. Sentry fights Doom, Sentry loses. Doom, having absorbed the Void, kills Professor Xavier in a psychic duel. Wanda kills Jean Grey. Jean passes the Phoenix Force to Wolverine before she goes. Steve Rogers fights Doom with Stormbreaker, the same axe that failed Thor. Steve loses. Then Thor dies in front of Loki. The reversal of Infinity War. Not Loki dying in front of Thor. Thor dying in front of Loki. The longest, most complete arc in the MCU franchise ends here, in the dark at the end of time, with Loki watching and unable to stop it. Doctor Strange breaks. He has watched Thor die. He has watched the heroes fall. He has seen Doom's logic laid out in front of him. The multiverse is collapsing. The battle is lost, and Doom is offering something Strange cannot argue against. Strange betrays the MCU heroes. He helps Doom take the throne. This is the betrayal. The hero on that ship was going to turn. Not a villain, not a variant. Stephen Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, the man who protected the Infinity Stone with his life in 2018. He helps Doom win. Gone. Battle world, Doom. Doom takes Loki's heart. With it, he takes his power over the multiverse. He resurrects the fallen. He erases their memories. He places them inside Battle World, living new lives in a false reality where none of this ever happened, where the war never occurred, where they simply exist, without grief, without history, without any knowledge of what they lost. The final image, Doctor Doom on his throne, God Emperor of Battle World. Anthony Mackie already confirmed the film ends on a cliffhanger that fans will wait a full year to see resolved. The Avengers assembled, the X-Men fought, the Fantastic Four sacrificed, and Doom won anyway. Battle World is born, and Secret Wars begins.